Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see you on this Philosophy Friday. I'm excited to share some fun stuff with you. And as always, I'm Dr. Dan Lyons at Precision Chiropractic in the Green Bay, Wisconsin. And today we are going to talk about time, and we're going to talk about cause and effect. So a man wiser than me once wrote that there is no process which does not require time. And I think this is probably something that all of us understand a little bit, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. And we're also going to talk about cause and effect and how every cause has effects and every effect has a cause. But most of us probably don't think of this when it comes to our health care. So when we talk about time, some things happen in a blink of an eye, and some people, sometimes things take forever. Hey, whoever joined me, I can't see, I don't have my glasses on, so glad you're here. So some things just happen really, really fast, like a car accident, or, we have a fall. All of a sudden, you slip on the ice and boom, you are down. And some things take a long, long, long time. We have people that have healthcare issues, it takes a long time to develop. Cancer usually takes a very long time to develop. You've been working on that for years, and then sometimes it takes years to kill the individual, or sometimes it's gone in a hurry. And that is important because that temporal relationship, what happens, we get used to today in this world. We want everything in the blink of an eye. We want it right now. I don't want to wait. I want to go on Amazon. I'm going to look them up on the internet. I want to order my stuff. I want it to show up tomorrow. That's the way the world is. We've got used to that instant gratification. But that relationship between time, and we're seeing it now with some of the stats where, pretty much everywhere in the country has eased or withdrawn the social distance restrictions. They're trying to set it up there, but everybody's out. And instantly, we see that they're saying the numbers are going up. Well, that doesn't make sense, because if the social distancing was keeping it down, then you ease that back. It should be a 2-week period. You have that 2-week period where it has to grow before it shows up. So that temporal relationship does not make sense. Here's probably an easier way to explain it. If I adjust someone and they go buy a lottery ticket and win the lottery, I can't say that my adjustment causes people to win lotteries. Similarly, if I adjust someone, they go home and they dig in their backyard and find a buried treasure. I can't say that it helps find buried treasure. I can't say that if I adjust someone and a headache goes away, I can't say that it stopped their headache, unless it's repeated over and over and over again. It's not a one and done thing, but that's what we look for. In a news feed, we see those things. Similarly, just because something happens doesn't mean something good or bad happens. I can't say that patients sometimes will say that, come in and say, well, I saw Dr. So-and-so and I don't like them. I got a headache after that. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We don't know, but there's that temporal relationship that is part of the scientific process, but it gets abused because we want everything to be associated right away. Sometimes an adjustment will take days or weeks until you really see the full expression of that. And similarly, just like with the virus, you get infected, it's going to be days or most likely weeks before you express symptoms if you get infected. So this bounce that we're seeing right now, it's not from the pullback of the restrictions. It has to be from something else if it's actually there. And then it comes to cause and effect. What is the cause and what is the effect? To say that you have a cause, you have to remove that cause and see the effect go away, reinstate that cause, see the effect come back. That has to happen in order. That's part of the scientific process, and that's what we have to see. And so today I'm going to share a case. So a week ago, last Friday, I had a 3-year-old boy come in, and he had yes, I got the name on. I'm gonna cover up the. So you can see here's a long-term EEG study. So this 3-year-old boy in November developed drop seizures. So he's basically just going down. Started out with a little head bob, got worse. And so he had a nearly 48-hour EEG study. And the indications were intractable, atonic, myoclonic, and generalized seizures. So they found that the clinical summation was that they had this little boy, unfortunately, had highly abnormal computer-assisted prolonged video EEG recording demonstrating a moderate to severe degree of intermittent midline central slowing, intermittent activation of midline central spike. So he had a highly abnormal EEG study for the nearly 48 hours. He had the head drops, the myoclonic jerks, strongly suggests a syndrome. And here's the most important part of this: poor response to IV load of Depicon and Depakote maintenance, effective seizure control not achieved with zonisamide, Depakote, and clobazam. So they had him on 3 drugs. 3-year-old boy, teeny, 3-year-old boy on 3 drugs, and they saw nothing in the EEG. So mom and dad brought him in. I adjusted him Friday, and so this is the next Friday. No seizures since that first adjustment. He had 2 seizures after he left there on his way to the office, and not a single one since. Cause, effect. They did their stuff. It's not the drugs. They said it's the drugs. There is something to that. There's cause and effect. We have to do that. And the last thing we want to talk about is it the seed or is it the soil? All right. This is especially important right now. Is it a germ or is it the body that it's in? We changed his physical structure, removed interference to the nervous system, and we see an effect change. So when it comes to planting, if you don't prep your soil, you can put a great seed in the soil and nothing grows. There's a parable in the Bible where you scatter your seed and some go in craggly rocks and they don't grow. Some grow in dry ground and they don't grow. Some get real shallow soil and they spring up quickly and they wither and die. And some get fertile soil and they grow. Same with anything. What is fertile soil? Fertile soil is it is something that's good for whatever is trying to grow. And so when we look at, this is from Time Magazine. I did a little webinar for a group on Tuesday. And so Time Magazine, this is did this study. It was in JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association, based on 5,700 patients in the New York City area. Of all the hospitalizations, 6.1% had no comorbidities or other health conditions that they knew of. 6.3% had one, and 88% had more than one. So the number one condition that was admitted to the hospital that these patients had was high blood pressure. Number 2 was obesity. Number 3 was diabetes. Number 4 was morbid obesity. And number 5 was coronary artery disease. Asthma was 6th at 8.4%. But 53% had hypertension. 40, if you want to link in morbid obesity and obesity, it was 60% of the people that were admitted had those. Diabetes was almost 32%. Those are all preventable. All preventable. The soil was fertile for something else to come in. So it's not the germ. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. By the way, if you go back to 2007, WebMD had up for 8 months on their front page a study done in University of Chicago where chiropractic was more effective than any 2 drugs combined in reducing high blood pressure. That takes the number 1 comorbidity off the table potentially. Number 1 reason people don't go to the gym and work out is because they get hurt. So get adjusted, get it fixed, go back to the gym. And diabetes, push away from the table. There's some significant things there. So take care of yourself so that you can be there for everybody else. It's not rocket science. You know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. You are what you eat. You know, all these things our grandmothers taught us. So you have to be smart about that. You know, before you grab that big chili cheese dog, look at it and say, when I look at myself in the mirror tomorrow after my shower, do I want to be looking at that chili cheese dog or that giant donut? It's just that simple. Get out, get some exercise, get some sunshine, get your spine checked, and we will see you next Friday. Bye-bye. Have a great holiday weekend. Love you all. Bye.